Hey everyone, we're going to be going over the Cult of the Lamb, everything major added since launch.
It's nearly been 3 years since the launch of Cult of the Lamb, the hybrid action roguelike and base management sim from developer Massive Monster. Over that time, the team has continued to expand the game in meaningful ways. Since launch, players have received 4 major free updates, introducing new modes, mechanics, weapons, combat changes, and more. Whether you're a returning player or a newcomer, there's never been a better time to get indoctrinated, especially with the first paid expansion, Woolhaven, arriving later this month. Before that launches, let's break down all of the major additions added so far. The Lamb's adventure doesn't end after defeating the final boss. The Relics of the Old Faith update introduced a new post-game storyline that sees the Lamb facing the 4 bishops once again, this time in an effort to save their souls. And how exactly do you save their souls? By recruiting them into your flock. Each bishop comes with a unique follower form, custom dialogue, and their own quest line. It won't be easy though. To face these tougher crusades, the game requires you to sacrifice valuable followers while introducing new enemy types and more challenging boss encounters along the way. Defeating bosses in the post-game rewards you with a new currency called God Tears. These can be traded to a mysterious NPC named ... in exchange for powerful rewards, including previously missed doctrines, new fleeces, follower forms, and special necklaces that grant unique perks to your followers. While hunting for God Tears, players will also encounter relics. These items grant powerful abilities that charge up as you attack enemies, essentially functioning as a swappable ultimate ability during crusades. Relics are managed by a new NPC named Shamak, who you'll encounter frequently throughout your runs. With over 60 relics to unlock, choosing the right one can make or break a crusade. Several updates also expanded doctrines, tarot cards, and curses, giving players more ways to specialize their runs. The Sins of the Flesh update introduced another major resource, Sin. This system heavily expands the base management side of the game. Followers can generate sin through specific rituals or by interacting with new buildings like drink houses. The Lamb can then absolve that sin and spend it on powerful mechanics, including breeding followers in a mating tent or re-indoctrinating dissenters. Sin can also be used to upgrade the interior of your temple, giving it a more elaborate and corrupted appearance over time. However, be careful, allowing sin to build up too much can cause a follower to become damned. These outcast followers will later reappear during crusades as hostile enemies. Drink houses and mating tents are just the beginning. The Lamb can now construct a hatchery and nursery to care for baby cultists. Kitchens have also been added, allowing you to assign a follower to cook meals on your behalf. For overcrowded camps, shared shelters let multiple followers bunk together under one roof. Fans of the Knucklebones minigame can now build a dedicated table in camp, allowing the Lamb to challenge followers of varying difficulty. There's also a drum circle that introduces a simple rhythm game, similar to Guitar Hero, which fills your followers with sin. Sadly, there's no Through the Fire and Flames track included. Combat has also seen significant upgrades. Crusades include new encounters and traps that force the Lamb to be quick on their feet when moving around the stage. A new crown skill called Weapon Mastery unlocks powerful heavy attacks for each weapon type. For example, the heavy attack for the axe weapon will now throw it like a boomerang. These attacks are essential for dealing with shielded enemies introduced in later crusades and allow players to specialize in their preferred weapons through the skill tree. Be careful though, these heavy attacks also use the Lamb's fervor meter, so the player will have to manage when to use them over valuable curse attacks. The blunderbuss weapon type was also added, providing a high-risk, high-reward ranged option. It features an ammo counter above the player's head and automatically reloads over time. As expected, it deals significantly more damage at close range. For players who favor a specific weapon, the Force Weapon Accessibility option allows that weapon type to always spawn at the start of a crusade run. Are you the type of player who prefers the base management side of things and would rather streamline the combat? No problem, as the accessibility menu also gives options like unlimited HP and unlimited fervor for you to play around with. Does taking time away from your base to handle a crusade give you a bit too much anxiety knowing that your followers may need your holy guidance at camp? If so, ticking stop time on crusade may be for you. If you are the type of player who prefers the combat side of things and would like to streamline some of the base management, make sure you check out the auto cook, craft, and fish options. It's your cult, you should be able to run it however you want after all. A photo mode was added, letting players capture screenshots of their camp and the strange, often unsettling interaction between followers. Stickers can also be added to images through the in-game gallery. The Don't Starve Together crossover update introduced penitence mode for new save files. This mode adds survival mechanics like hunger and sleep meters for the lamb. Failure in this mode permanently deletes your save file, so careful planning is essential. If you want to avoid the extra survival mechanics, but still have the ever-looming threat of a permadeath mode, well, there is a toggle for that as well when you start a new game. Post-game players can also unlock Purgatory, which becomes available once per in-game day. Unlike standard Crusades, time is frozen while in Purgatory, allowing players to tackle dungeon gauntlets or boss rushes to earn additional god tiers. Finally, the Unholy Alliance update introduced drop-in local co-op. A second player can join in as the goat, fighting alongside the lamb. If you're feeling competitive, you can face your comrade in a Knucklebones match too. If you like the goat's look, you can even play as them solo by equipping a special fleece. So that's everything major added to Cult of the Lamb over the years, but Massive Monster isn't done yet. The Woolhaven paid expansion launches January 22nd and introduces a new winter-themed map where your cult will need to survive and thrive in harsher conditions. Players can also expect new dungeons, abilities, structures, and a massive animal ranching system. Be sure to check out our coverage as Woolhaven launches, and don't forget to visit our Cult of the Lamb wiki for tips and tricks to help your flock flourish. For everything else in game,
It looks pretty interesting, honestly. I'm actually really excited for it. Anyway, let me know what you all think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Bye.